Appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Where do you think this one kind of got away from you guys?
Yeah, I think our schedule, just to make sure, Morgan, 6 games in 12 days, I think.
Yes, I think 11, but yeah.
Or 6 and 11. Actually, it's 6 and 10, I think. So that's tough.
Yeah.
And we still talked about like no excuses, obviously, and still going strong. But late scratches with Chech and Tip, it just motivated us, obviously, to try to play for them and play together more. But I just thought we came out too flat, especially against a team as talented as the Aces. But we came back and we punched them in the third and the fourth. And, again, I think I love that response that we almost won the third and we won the fourth. So it just kind of shows, how we can fight back.
Yeah. What did you see with Janelle's flagrant? Was that just frustration, or was that kind of going on back and forth? What did you see there?
I didn't even see it. I think I was talking to one of my coaches about the change up on the defense, and so I'm going to have to look back at it. She usually doesn't do anything, so now I'm very kind of concerned if whether it really was flagrant. To me, she doesn't usually do that.
Sure.
So that's why I was more in shock when they called it flagrant too. I was just like, Ja's not that type of player, so I'm gonna have to go back. And
Yeah. Just big picture, 3-2 this trip. You win the 3 straight. What do you take away from the way the group battled throughout this, last week and a half?
Yeah, resiliency.
Yeah,
that's been the word for this road trip, and especially again losing Chechi and Tip. I mean, those are two. I mean, Chechi started for us, so it's technically 2 starters without KT. We are down now. We don't have we are down players, and so that's what I love about our team is okay. Next woman up mentality, but it's not just next woman. It's next woman, and then let's play tougher together, play more connected. Bringing in Kai so late, and just to see her, I mean, she's been playing really good, really well for us. She had, what did she have? 14 tonight, and she just fit right in. And so just kind of again credit to the players who kind of love to bring in new people. And then just embrace her, and then just kind of get her connected as soon as possible. So yeah, just credit to Kyla and just credit to our team.
Schedule slows down a little bit. You go back home for 3 in a row. Just how crucial is the timing? Getting healthy and whatnot with where you guys are at.
Yeah, health is obviously number 1 for me. So can't wait to get back into our beds. We recover. Now we're not flying, so now we're not getting dehydrated. Our sleep is kind of still up and down, but now that we're home. I just, told him let's get back home as soon as possible and recover, and then, let's try to get as healthy as possible, because when we're all healthy, to have 12 healthy will be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. You knew how, the Aces were going to come out today after what happened yesterday. Do you like that you get to see them again on Wednesday to start the homestand?
Yeah, I mean, I can't make the schedule. That's not, but I can study the schedule. So knowing that we're going to play them, in a couple of days, I mean, that's a positive. It's always, I wouldn't say easier. I hate that. But then, you get to see him right now, you know what I mean? And then to game plan, I mean, we just came out so flat, and that was a problem. And they came out hot. So credit to the Aces. They did a great job moving the ball. They saved space. They found Jewel for the hot hand. I thought Asia on the offensive board, 6 offensive boards, is way too much just for an individual player. But again, credit to Asia's effort. Jackie, I think, started off a little bit slow, but then she obviously picked it up in the second half. So we just got to do an overall better game plan in terms of communication. And the girls said it right after. They were talking before I even walked in, and they just said, we got to start better. We got to communicate. Who cares if we have 6 games in 10 days? F it. No excuses, and let's go out there and fight.
Natalie, you had mentioned even before the game that...
Who?
You mentioned before the game that even a team that just got kind of blown out by the Aces would be coming back. You used the word rage, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, were you guys ready for the kind of bounce back effort? Because some of your players have mentioned that they seem to be more aggressive than you guys out of the box.
Yeah, I thought we were ready. I mean, we said it a lot in terms of preparation, and we voiced it. And so maybe I had to say it again with a little bit more force. I just think we were a little bit fatigued, and so how our second unit, what I saw was our second unit fought a little bit harder, I think because they had fresher legs, and then they could push the ball a little bit more in transition. So I think our first unit was just, if you saw the battle of our 3 games previously, the physicality of those 3 games were 10 times worse than tonight's game. Tonight's game wasn't as physical.
Last one.
And also, you played the Aces, a couple times already, and I'm just wondering, since you coached here, is there anything in the flow of the game that you could kind of decode, what Becky is doing, or expecting you know, maybe you're ready for a counter punch, or even like, you know, during a situation. I'm just kind of curious, what is that dynamic like, knowing that you coached with Becky and you can kind of maybe anticipate something during the game?
Yeah, I mean, as a staff, we try to do our best to kind of prepare for, you know, the recent frequencies of plays and ATOs and things like that. But I can't tell you personally because you're not on my coaching staff. Like, if you were on my coaching staff, we would have an open conversation, but like, I'm not really willing to share that type of information. But like I said before the game, Becky is one of the best. Her X's and O's are elite. Her ATOs, obviously she did a lot of rip screens tonight, trying to force it inside. We just have to be, you know, prepared for that. But yeah, I can't give out too much information. I gotta hold my cards tight to my chest. You know what I
You
mean?
get another game with them in a few days.
I do. So yeah. So if you want to be on my coaching staff next year, though, I got you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks,
you
Natalie.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Take care.
Later.
Good one, coach. See you.